Well, Coach, I know you had asked for your team to make some adjustments tonight. What were you most pleased with in comparison to Wednesday with what they did this evening?
You just start with the defense. I thought we came out uh, way more in tune to who they are and where they hurt us, and just competed. We competed from start to finish. It was really good to see. We won the rebound battle again, but really, they were impactful with some of their rebounds last game. Not a lot of offensive rebounds, but they were all impactful rebounds. And I thought our guys did a tremendous job of keeping them off the glass, defending to one shot. And so our defensive effort was tremendous, and our guys, top to bottom, were all involved in that.
Yeah, I think you had 6 guys in double figures tonight, but I think especially I'm listening to Dominique really key in on Cam Reddish tonight and DeAndre Hunter, the impact they had on this game. How do you assess that?
Well, I mean, they got a hell of a matchup in Kyrie and KD. And, I think if anything, coming into the game, they know they have their margin of error is very slim against elite scorers like that. And I think it helps them with that type of focus contribute on the other end as well. And, we don't see guys like that on a nightly basis that, they're just all world scorers. But I think it's really done a lot for their confidence on both ends of the floor, having to play against guys like that.
Sarah Spencer.
I know we had talked about Clint a little bit before the game, but what did you see out of him tonight? And I saw he actually had a career high 6 assists too.
I told you he was going to come out and give us more. It was something I give Matt Hill, our assistant, a ton of credit. He put together a hell of a film session after our meeting today and just showed him, the effort plays of when he's running and when he isn't, and the difference, when he's screening and rolling and when he isn't. And I thought today he just brought it. I thought he could have had more blocks on the defensive end, and if we can get that early step as a protection guy, he can really clean up some plays for us. But he had a tremendous mindset tonight, and it was good to see him be rewarded with some baskets at the rim, and then him make some plays for some other guys as well.
Thank you.
Chris.
Would you consider this DeAndre's most well-rounded game that you've seen in his 2 seasons so far?
I think Trae's, he's had some big moments. I didn't realize he was 9 for 10. Travis brought it up to me jokingly after the game. I think for him, the defensive effort and the challenge of guarding a guy like Kyrie and really just being solid. I didn't think he did anything that, hurt Kyrie. I just thought he was solid from start to finish. And then offensively, we were able to go to him a little bit. And obviously, the shots going down. I don't evaluate guys on just making shots. I think just the ability to compete, to be solid, to not be out of position, to be effective and efficient offensively, that's most important. I'm not a make or miss guy. I think if you're making the right plays and you're competing at a high level, that's how I try and evaluate our guys.
Chris, do you have a second?
Yeah. Trae shot 7 of 21 tonight, and yet you guys still won by almost 20 points. Do you think that kind of epitomizes the differences from this year's team to, the previous 2?
This year's team is all I'm focused on. I thought he did a great job of really, we kind of ran one set all game and really just controlling and managing the guys that were in position. Obviously, we played a lot through D Hunt in that most of the third and some of the fourth, and Cam got going a little bit in the fourth. Kevin got going early. I think Trae organizing our offense and putting the ball in the right guys' hands and letting them be effective was tremendous. Again, Trae can score. He can do that at any point. He can get going. But I thought his ability to manage the game was tremendous, and knowing we have a ton of weapons on the floor and being able to find out who those guys are and let them, have a moment, I thought was great for him. Great leadership.
Kevin Chouinard.
Coach, you had a lead at the beginning of the fourth quarter and it got choppy for a couple of possessions. What helped you settle it down in your eyes?
I'm not sure. We knew, we had a big lead. We knew, because normally not normally, from what the few games have shown, KD and Kyrie are normally sitting at that beginning of the fourth quarter, and seeing them out on the floor, we knew they were going to make one aggressive push to try and get back into it. And it started with LeVert's pressuring Kevin and them trying to blow up. We knew they were going to need to do something. So we just slowed the game down, got back into the sets that was working for us. And I don't know who hit a three, but it was kind of a silencer, just kind of settled us down by making that shot. But we knew they were going to try and hit us. We would do the same thing if you're down 15, just turn it up a little bit and see if you can get a first 5-minute run.
Kelly.
Coach, I know you said before, or I think it was after the last game against them, that you guys knew you could win. You knew you could beat them. But what does walking off the floor after a performance like this do? Just, I know it's only one game, but is there something and a takeaway for these guys, I think, more than just physically, but mentally?
Well, we have 4 guys on our roster that have been in the playoffs, and the other guys are learning, when you play a series of a team like this, what's your resiliency? How do you bounce back? Can you make adjustments? And, obviously we were able to do that today and limiting some of their reserves and their production. And I thought we did that when we played Memphis as well. I thought that was kind of the first step of playing them twice in preseason and then going in and playing them after Christmas and just having a tremendous game plan discipline, knowing the team, having played them twice. And so I think this is tremendous for their confidence. I think it's a great boost for those guys that haven't played in the playoffs of understanding when you make adjustments and when you lock into those adjustments, good things can happen. And so the buy-in is there. I think our coaches are doing a tremendous job of communicating to that to the players. And I think the players are doing a tremendous job of following through with the game plan.
Thank you.
Sarah.
I know you mentioned you liked the defensive performance tonight, limiting them from 3, 8 steals. What were the things that you liked the most about what you guys were able to do on defense?
Kevin, I think, had 4 steals at one point. I don't know what he ended up with. And he was just in the right spot. And, they had 62 points in the paint in the first game. And we talked about our positioning to try and limit what they were doing to get to the paint. And we saw some of those clips at half. And he was just in the right spot, and he ended up getting a lot of deflections and steals. And that was pretty much the key on offense. We always talk about spacing. On defense, we talk about positioning, and you can make your plays if you're starting in the right spot. And I thought Kevin led us there of just being in the right spot, and that led to a couple steals and a couple shifts where they had to kick it out and they couldn't get into the paint.
Chris.
I get it's only 5 games of the season, but you guys are 4-1 and beat a really good Brooklyn team. What do you feel like this team has proved so far throughout this season so far?
It's the we mentality. We gave we honored Brandon. I won't tell you what we do, but we honored Brandon Goodwin, a guy who hasn't played in 2 games, for stepping in and really spearheading that run in the second quarter, controlling the tempo, making some multiple effort. He gets solo on a corner 3. The ability to have guys step up and contribute, we've shown that. And I think that's the biggest thing. We've talked about it from day one. We're going to need everybody at some point throughout the course of this year, and we're continually showing that.
All right, Coach, that was our final question for you. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Hey, I did not start recording until after you got that all.
Man, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still looking kind of, post-gamey, but it's all good, man. Good dub.
Cool. Well, thank you for joining us, JC. We'll go ahead and get started with a question from Kelly.
Looks very nice. I think, do you want to get fit? Okay. We're good.
I'm good. I just don't worry about it.
Well, John, you held these guys to 49 fewer points tonight. I know when we spoke to you the other day, you said defense had to be better. How impressed were you with the performance you guys had on that end of the ball tonight?
I don't know if impressed is the word. I say extremely satisfied, because I understand we have to do this consistently throughout the entire year, but that's the type of effort and, energy we want to see from all our guys. I felt like defensively, everybody came to play. Offensive is offense, but defensively, like I said, we needed to lock in on the small things. And I feel like that ultimately gave us the ability to hold that cushion the entire game and come out with the win.
Yeah. And when the other side offensively, 6 guys in double figures, What can you say about the play tonight, though, of for instance, Cam Reddish and DeAndre Hunter? I mean, Clint Capella coming out like he did. I mean, I think you and Trae always get your points, but for those guys to show up tonight in such a big game, what did you think of their performances?
No, yeah, that's a starting group right there. You know, I always expect big things from those guys, as well as myself is in that group. We want to start the game right, and I feel like we try to do that every game. But I feel like for me and for the team, the player of the game is Brandon Goodwin, where he was able to come in the game and control the offense, feed big fella, get everybody involved. It was very needed with Doe out tonight. So I feel like if we have more consistency like that coming from guys like BG, then this is going to be extremely tough to stop us.
Thank you.
Sarah.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
What specifically did you like about the defense? And was it effort, or was it anything else specifically that you really liked about what you guys did on that side of the floor?
I really feel like it's our attention to detail. You know, with the new format, we're able to play teams twice, and obviously we went back and watched film and saw the things that we could get better at, and had another chance to go at them and attack them. And I feel like this really helps our growth, being able to see the mistakes we made and then actually play the same team is going to do the same similar things and really learn from it. And I feel like that was it. We locked into the small things that we needed to know. We knew it was only a 4-point game, 140-point game both ways. First team that plays defense wins, and I feel like that was our mindset.
What specifically strikes you about DeAndre Hunter tonight? I mean, obviously he was ultra efficient, but what stands out to you?
I mean, obviously, you know, he's a defensive guy, but that 9 for 10, I just feel like his ability to fit in seamlessly wherever, his versatility, I feel like that speaks for himself. You know what I mean? His strength, his ability to create in different ways, rebound, also a leader on the defensive end as well. So big night from Trae. I know he wanted to go 10 for 10 so bad, but you know what I mean? 9 for 10 is what? Come on, how many times are you going to do that? So great game by him tonight.
I think he'll take 9 for 10, hopefully.
He'll take that. He'll take it for sure.
Chris.
Sure.
What do you think it says about this team that it seems like every single game it's someone different stepping up?
Again, the depth, the versatility, the creative lineups that coach can come up with on this team is, I feel like, really vital to what we do at the end of the day. Obviously still missing a couple of guys, but I feel like for myself and Trae, if we're able to get our mojo chemistry going, everybody can eat and feast as we did today, as well as watching the film and learning what we could get better at. We went and executed that as well. So I feel like the sky's the limit for us, and we just have to lock in on the small things, lock in on game plans, lock in on individual matchups, and those things eventually lead up to us being great team.
Go ahead, Chris.
You guys obviously played Brooklyn tight this past Wednesday, and obviously beat them by nearly 20 tonight. What do you think you guys proved after this series?
I feel like we proved that we're real contenders in the East. I mean, you know, I feel like the jury, or, you know, whatever you want to say, wasn't out yet. Have a lot of new guys. Have, you know, our main group, young core, still intact. So, you know, I feel like there was questions around what we could do, and hopefully, as I said, we continue to do this throughout the year. But we are not a joke.
All right, JC, that was our final question for you, man. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks. Travel safe.
What's up, Clint? Good to see you. We've got a few folks in here. Some literally just ran away from their computers. So hopefully somebody will raise a hand in just a second. We can get started. And there we go, from Sarah Spencer.
Clint, how did you feel out there tonight? You looked maybe your most aggressive game so far. I mean, I know it's only been like 3 games that you played in, and you're kind of coming back from injury, but
yeah.
there tonight.
I was trying to came out more aggressive tonight, more intensity. So that was the case so far. So I felt that I keep going up. So definitely tonight was a good sign on me raising my intensity.
What are your thoughts on just what you guys were able to do defensively after giving up, you know, so many points a couple days ago? It seemed like you guys were.
it was really important for us to take off every quarter. I know that the third quarter, 21 points was huge for us, and obviously, whenever you can keep a team under 100 points, your chance to win the game are really high. So I think tonight we did a really good job on that. Definitely me by talking, by being in the paint, by being an anchor. I just hope that we be able to do this really every night and have that habit to play defense and offense, a good offense.
Chris.
Lloyd said that Coach Hill put together a film session for you and showed you a bunch of different clips. What did you specifically see in your game when you were watching the film with Coach Hill?
Yeah, it was just do everything with more pace, try to be more aggressive. When you can dunk the ball, it's better than a hook shot. So I was just trying to be more aggressive, definitely that mindset, and that helped me a lot.
Sarah.
What did you see out of DeAndre Hunter tonight?
He shot the ball well, really paired with confidence. He was knocking down shots, rebounding the ball, offensive rebounds, and defensively he was listening to my calls. So he did definitely a good job on that as well, not only on offense.
Kevin Chenard.
Clint, what can you tell us about your career high night in assists? Is that in the bag now?
That's in the bag. Honestly, I didn't even realize. I know, probably in the second quarter, I was having the ball, and I think I was just making the right choices. Even the second half, being aggressive, and I felt like whenever I'm aggressive, I was able to see open shots, and that's what I did. So, career high, baby.
Are there any final questions for Clint? Back to Sarah.
Do you feel like you guys are making pretty good progress getting to know each other and developing chemistry? I mean, Bogey's only been around like 4.5 weeks. It's kind of, if you think about it that way.
What's really good is that everybody that comes in the game, they really come with a confidence mindset. Everybody's aggressive. Everybody's shooting the ball with confidence. And I really felt like, and the difference that I feel that with this team, energy is always there. We always have guys that come in and with confidence. They're going to shoot the ball well, or they're not going to hesitate. That really helps a lot to have a bench like that as well.
Thank you.
All right, Clint, that was our final question for you. So
thank you. Thank you, guys.
What's up, DeAndre? Not too much. Thank you for your time. We will get started as soon as a hand is raised in Zoom, and there's one there from Sarah Spencer.
Hey, DeAndre, what are your thoughts on just how you guys were able to defend tonight in general, and also compared to, the game you played against these guys a few days ago?
I mean, the game a few nights ago, we were just kind of going back and forth. That was a, big point of film, just to get back in transition, communicate what defense we're in, and execute the game plan. I feel like we did a good job of doing that tonight.
For you in particular, what was working well for you tonight?
Just using the screens, using my size, getting downhill, just taking what the defense give me, just being confident out there, to being aggressive.
Thank you.
Any additional questions for DeAndre? Kevin. You're on mute, Kev.
Forgetting the audio, my bad. I was wondering, DeAndre, the Hawks posted this picture on their Twitter account like a month ago of you and Solomon. Do you remember? I don't know if you noticed that at the time or if it jars any particular memory, but is there anything you could say about it?
The picture?
Do you remember that moment?
That's probably, I don't know. I don't even know what happened, but that's just Solo being Solo. He's the loudest one in the gym, loudest one in the locker room. That's just his personality. Sometimes it gets a little annoying, but I mean, that's just who he is. So you just gotta live with it.
Has he been helpful to you in any way?
Oh yeah, definitely. He's always in my ear, just telling me to be aggressive. I mean, he's a great player. He's been in the league for a while, so he knows the ins and outs of the league. So just trying to teach me, and I'm all ears just listening to him.
Chris.
What do you feel like you've proved individually with your game so far? Sorry about the fireworks that are going off, but what do you feel like you've proved so far?
Just being good with the ball, being able to handle the ball, being able to make plays with the ball. I feel like last year I did it in spurts, but not consistently. I feel like this year I'm a lot more comfortable handling it. I feel like my teammates have confidence in me handling, so just going out there and doing what I do in practice and hoping it translates to the game.
Sarah.
What did you see out of Clint tonight as he kind of tries to get back to full speed? It's kind of crazy to think he hadn't played a game since January 29th until he came back.
I mean, yeah, Clint was a beast tonight. Offensive rebounds, controlling the glass, limited Jaren Allen from getting offensive rebounds and things like that. And I think he had like 8 rebounds in like the second quarter, I think, third quarter, something like that. So, I mean, he was a beast tonight. I know he's still trying to get back into game shape and things like that. So, I mean, it's scary knowing that he's not even, fully in shape and doing things like that.
Kevin.
2 games against Brooklyn meant 2 games for you guarding Kyrie and guarding a point guard. Is that something that you feel comfortable with? Is that something that's new or something you've done a lot of in the past?
I mean, I play defense. So if you watch my game, watch me since college, that's just something I do. Doesn't matter who I'm guarding, the 1, 2, 3, or 4. Just going out there, try to, win that matchup every night.
Chris.
I'm just curious, what's the mood been like in the locker room? Obviously, you guys are 4-1, beat a really good Brooklyn team. What's it been like so far this season?
I mean, we're having fun. We got a lot of new pieces, as you guys know. I mean, it's a great vibe in the locker room. Everyone gets along. Everyone, listens. I feel like that's the biggest thing. Just being able to listen to everyone. People coming from different places. There are a lot of different, terminology and things like that. We have to, update each other on and things like that. But I mean, in the locker room, we're having fun. Everyone listens, and we're looking to keep it rolling.
All right, we got one more for you from Sarah.
Do you feel like you guys are already starting to kind of reap the rewards of the depth you added in the off season, particularly when the second unit comes in, but you guys are still able to kind of produce?
I mean, I don't know. It's still early in the season, but I mean, the bench has been looking really good for us. They come in to give us a huge spark. BG did great. He hasn't played. I don't think has he played this year? I'm not sure, but he hasn't played a lot. But he came in and gave us a great lift off the bench. So that's big for him. It's big for our team that, a guy like that is always ready, even though his name might not be called every night. So he really sparked us tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Dre. Thank you very much.
Yep. Have a blessed night.
Thank you.
You too. Thank you. All right. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you.